What's up guys, how you all doing? Cosmic Carry here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the TVP VTU, what's it say? Concept? I haven't got a clue. What's it say? Concept? TVP VTU, it won't scroll. Concept, wait for it. Oh, Concept, okay. What an intro. Welcome to Cosmic Carry's review of the TVP VTU, and for those of you that think, oh, this tank kind of looks interesting, and it's most definitely not, and for those of you that are saying, hang on a minute, that tank looks kind of familiar, shall I give you a hint? Hint. After this video, I'm going to make a promise to myself. I will never say the name Zizka ever again. I will never utter that word, that phrase, that name. I will never. I actually feel that there is no sense of pride in Cosmic Carry, in the fact that I have taught a whole bunch of people how to pronounce the name of this tank properly, as you know, little arrow mustache lamb above the Z means je. You know, there is no sense of pride there. If it had been a fantastic tank, there would have been a sense of pride there. Yeah, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the freaking Zizka. This is a tier 8 version with a different gun and different turret and all that crap. A tier 8 version of the Zizka, you know, and because we're 2 tiers up, you'd think, oh, it's better, you know. It just sucks just as much 2 tiers up, you know. It's pretty much the same tank 2 tiers up. For those of you that have played the Zizka, you're in for a nasty surprise, you know, if you haven't yet reached tier 8. This tank is a pile of crap. It is a pile of crap. It is hopelessly useless. It is impotent. It sucks balls. It's all of the above. It is 100%. I hated this tank. I could not stand it. I don't know, was it my experience in the Zizka, but I mean, I try to do well in games. I try to do the positives. I try to take the positives of my tank and put it at the forefront and kind of hide the negatives, you know, when I roll out in battle. But honestly, there were no positives to be had when it came to this tank. There was nothing that, you know, made this tank shine. Was it the penetration? Was it the aim time? Was it... No, there was nothing. There's nothing there, you know. It's just honestly, you know, and this is not a joke video or something like that. You know, it's just a pile of crap. You know, having experienced the tier 5, the tier 6, the tier 7, which were all really enjoyable, I come to this tank, you know, and it's just a big pile of doo-doo. And I was kind of thinking of phrases to describe this tank, and it's like, you know, I was describing, what was it, the E5, and at tier 10, and I was saying it was like you're given a perfect set of tools, and the only way you're going to fail is because you screw up or your team screw up. This is like receiving a set of tools from a thrift store, from a second-hand store, and, you know, half the tools are missing, and the tools that you do have are of low build and low quality, you know, and they snap and they break and they falter, and they just, you know, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And the only way, you know, and in the gameplay that's going to come up, the only times, you know, I did well in this tank was when I knew exactly when to pick up the scraps from other players. You know, I knew exactly when to pounce. I knew exactly, and it's not even, you know, I use the phrase taking advantage of certain situations. It wasn't even that. It was like I was just like extreme mopping up. It was just like scraps. You know, scraps were being thrown at me, and I will somehow, you know, grab onto these scraps of gameplay, battle, you know, moments in the battle, and somehow I would accumulate some damage out of it, and somehow accumulate some kind of decent XP out of the said battle. And so what exactly is bad about this tank? Let's take a look at the packages. So initially, you know, you're given the first package free straight off the bat. So it's a 100 mil, 175 pen, 250 damage, etc., etc. You know, the standard stuff. 2.4 aim time, 0.3 accuracy. The 175, of course, you know, it's wholly inadequate for tier 8. It's about 200 pen, 190 pen, I'd say, on average at tier 8, something along those lines. So the first package you need to buy is a 31,400 XP, and that basically, you know, it upgrades your turret and your gun, not your gun, your tracks, and then you reach, pardon me, these two packages. This is kind of odd. I think this is where like Wargaming make their money. You know, these two packages, they're 100%. They're not needed further down the line. You know, for the tier 9 and the tier 10, they're 100% not needed. So you could theoretically, you know, just stick to this with the wholly inadequate, you know, 175 pen. And grind, you know, towards the tier 9. It's totally up to you. And apparently there's a PC version of our game, and apparently on the PC version they favor the 105 mil. But in order for us to reach the 105 mil, we have to get through the 88 mil. So, and the 105 mil, it's kind of a long way. It's a very, very big detour. This package here is 28,900, so it's no easy feat to, you know, get this package, 88, the 88 mil, and you can see there's not that much to sing and dance about with the gun either. 194 pen, so that's nothing special, spectacular to speak of. Damage 240, aim time 2 seconds. Accuracy 0.37. So, but like I said, this alleged PC crowd, I've never heard of the PC version of this game. Apparently they go for this gun, you know, which it does have a drop in penetration, but the alpha is 320. The aim time is crap, 2.4. Accuracy 0.4. But I mean, I don't know, you know, perhaps I will never realize the full potential of this tank, because 33,000 is a lot, you know, when you're grinding and you want to move up, and it's not even needed. I mean, I don't know, you know, it kind of sucks balls. You could whip out some money and just pay for it. You could, you know, you could grind for it, and but that means, you know, it's 33,900 extra to get to the Skoda T50. So it's totally up to you. I mean, I went for the 88 centimeter. That's what I did. You can see the stats, and yeah, it is what it is. What else makes this tank suck so much? I mean, it's big, it's blocky, the armor, there's nothing to speak of. Everything can pen you, anything will pen you. 50 kilometers per hour, that's not too great, you know. Where's the gun depression? With the, this is the 100 mil. I thought I had the 88 mil. Well, anyway, the gun depression, I think it's the same on all of them. 6 degrees. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at that now. Yeah, it's still 6 degrees, and 6 degrees it's not a lot for very, very tall tank. You know, it's not a lot. And ridge lines, it doesn't work. You have to overexpose your tank. It's just, I mean, the tank really, I mean, it is 100% a tier 8 version of the tier 6 premium tank, the Zizka. And I'm going to say this, that word, that name, Zizka, right here, right now, for the very last time. Zizka. I will never utter that word, that phrase, ever again. Yeah, this tank sucks balls, 100%. What I did was, during the course of last couple of months, I've accumulated so many boosts, you know, from completing ops, etc., etc. I had over 50 times 3 XP boosts, and I used a whole bunch of them, you know, on this tank because I just wanted to get through it so quick, and I just like, nah, this is a terrible tank. It really is. Let's take a look at some gameplay, shall we? And hey ho, let's go. TVP, VTU Koncept. We are on, I've forgotten the name of the map, but a great demonstration of how to put a mediocre tank into a battle and have a what looks like a pretty much mediocre game, because it's just like the performance of this tank in the game is just average. There's nothing special. And I'm literally, like I mentioned in the garage, I'm just picking up the pieces. I'm picking up the scraps of everybody. Some would call it just sitting at the back and sniping and etc, etc. I'm not necessarily sitting at the back, of course, you know. I'm taking advantage, first of all, you know. The reason why I've pushed up here is because there was a scout in front of me. So, granted, he didn't go that far because he's been lit up by the enemy scout, and the enemy scout in turn lights me up as well. But I'm waiting for the Reds to make their push, you know, to get into position, and I'm going to take advantage of that and just get some lucky shots. I'm looking for scraps. VK 3601H, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, is there any skill involved here? Are there any positives? Am I saying, and here we go, look at the reload of this tank, etc, etc. You know, I knew to place my tank here. There's a scout in front of me. Everybody's getting into position. So I thought, you know, get into position and you'll be rewarded. And I was rewarded, you know, with the very first kill of the game. Load up premiums. Not going to work on the T28 prototype. Premiums, yes, in those cheeks, but this distance, the accuracy, you know, it's just like 1 in a million in this tank. Yeah, forget about it. There's no luck to be had in this tank. You pretty much have to make your own luck. End of story. And again, I'm not being aggressive. I'm waiting for the Reds to make their plays, and I'm just gonna take pot shots, and you know, while they're doing so, while they're duking it out with my guys, you know, the nice shot into the Tiger 131. You know, that right there is a huge accomplishment for me. You know, for me to pen a Tiger 131. Granted, it's just a Tiger 131, but to me that's an OP tank. He is one tier below me, but I'm in a big pile of doo-doo tank, and I get lit up. Possibly, maybe Oni. I'm not sure. You know, did his commander's hatch kind of join mine? You know, did we detect each other? I haven't got a clue. So I get over here and, you know, quick, get yourself your second kill. It takes 2 shots. I have the intelligence, you know, not to ram him. That would have been stupid. Most people would have died, and etc, etc. Somebody take pot shots at me, and every time, you can see it, every single time I get lit up, I'm running. I'm just ducking into cover, and you know, I'm not taking any chances whatsoever with this tank. Trying to make something work here with these shots on the hammer and the SU-12244. Don't think anything becomes of this. Possibly, maybe. Nah, there's nothing. It might have worked if I got a little bit lucky. As the Reds are making the push across the islands here. The chain of islands. Well, you know, are they chain of islands? I haven't got a clue. But T-32 side shot, no problema. Track him at the same time. And I get assist damage for that. So that's a big bonus, absolutely. So we're just looking for scraps. You know, we're looking for anything. I fully appreciate, understand view range here. The hammer, what's going on. You know, he's continuously moving. And I'm sat here motionless, you know, I'm not moving. So I get the bonus as well for that. And he just doesn't see me. And it's, you can't lose here, you know, shooting against the hammer. Because either you're going to pen his low plate, or you're going to track him. So you're going to get assisted damage for tracking him, or you're going to pen his low plate. So it's good to go. You're good to go. Absolutely no way. You know, I would have loved to make this shot on the Centennial, but nah, it's not going to work. So looking for my next victim, T29. Keep in mind, you know, 9 pens so far. So it's a pretty decent game. Pretty decent game. But I popped my head out of cover, what, only once or twice so far. Because I understand that I'm in a crap tank. I mean, I'm just in, I can't duke it out. I can't brawl with another tier 8 medium, you know, up against a type 59 or something along those lines. This is all I can do, you know. And again, I would say, you know, some people would say it's just sniping from the back. Is it? I don't know. I'm not all the way in the back. I mean, is this gun a sniping gun? Absolutely no way. T28 prototype, giving me hassle, giving me trouble. From the beginning. I'm going to be seeing him later on. Missed out on the shot, a killing shot on the SU-12244. And we're pushing forward a little bit more. Hopefully I can get the kill shot on this hammer. And there he is. Is he angled awkwardly? There we go. And there we go. We pick up our third kill. 10 pens and third kill. I'm losing that sixth sense. And there we go. T28 prototype again. I snapshot back at him. He loses sight of me. I get very lucky here because he turns and exposes his side. After God knows how many shots to pen him at the front. Indestructible items on World of Tanks maps. And all that they have left in play is the T28 prototype, STA1, T37. I can't remember what was the second TD. Oh, and it was a T25 too. T28 prototype gets a kill. He's moving in on my heavies. To my left there. I'm going to take advantage. I think I'm pretty much safe from the TD to my left. Snapshot on the T28 prototype doesn't work. Get the kill shot. Absolutely. So I pick up my fourth kill, you know. And it's not even taking advantage of certain situations. It's just like extreme mopping up. It's just I show up and I just spoil the party, you know, for everyone. STA1, get very lucky there because I didn't zoom in on the way and I thought, okay, you need to take the shot. I know the T25-2 is behind this building, you know, as soon as I kind of pop up here, I'm going to get lit up by him. So I decide to be aggressive and head towards him, hoping to get a bounce. But he ends up tracking me. I can pen him easy peasy here. He pens me in return. On 117 hit points. But I know, you know, okay, I got this. I'm picking up my fifth kill. 16 pens in this POS tank. And the thing that is kind of unique about this battle, you know, because I'm thinking back now about what just occurred and what just happened. And I can't remember, you know, I can't recall anything memorable that happened in this battle. It's a great battle. I got 16 pens. I got 5 kills. I can barely remember any of the kills, you know. Okay, the hammer. What else did we kill? A T28 prototype. T25-2. But just nothing memorable that I did in this battle, because it was just, you know, it was just blah. It was just blah. I just got extremely lucky, combined with, you know, I just didn't expose my tank. Or when I did, it was the least amount possible. I just did not expose my tank. Whenever I was lit up, I ran away. And I kind of understood what, you know, view range was, and, you know, those really decent shots on the hammer. And yeah, I mean, a fantastic game. But, you know, was it a fantastic performance? No. The enemy STA1 got just as much damage, but I know he worked twice as hard, 3 times as hard as I did to achieve that result. And the final game, we're on Sandstorm, where I think the view range is nerfed to 50% due to the fact that, you know, in this extreme weather. I think so, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. If somebody wants to correct me in the comments, feel free to do so. So we're running over here to the right flank. We're kind of setting up in a bit of an aggressive position. The thing about these, the maps with the extreme weather, is you have to remember one thing. If you want to do well, you should just never ever get spotted. And if you are spotted, make sure you have like a plan B, an escape. Make sure you're able to pull back into cover real quick, because if you're caught out in the open and you're lit up, especially like if there's already in play, you're gonna die really quick. And when it comes to the high damage games, you know, Snowstorm, Sandstorm, those are the maps you need to, you know, try out for if you want those high damage games. So, but anyhow, you know, so what I'm trying to say is I'm fully aware of my capability, of the capabilities of this tank, and I'm fully aware that the fact that, you know, I'm in this map, that the Sandstorm is going to be compensating for the inadequacies of my tank. You know, it's going to be covering up the weaknesses of my tank a little bit, somewhat, especially because I understand that. You know, I understand that if I don't get lit up, and if I keep my sixth sense to kind of like a minimum, it's going to help me out big time. Basically, it's going to help me out big time. And if I just, you know, attempt to snipe from afar, etc., etc. But you see this situation that just occurred on the flank, you know, and I run away, you know, because I understand what I'm up against. You know, how many tanks are over there, what tanks are over there, you know, and I understand what my tank, even if it was, you know, one by one, you know, if they came at me one at a time, that I just wouldn't win. I would falter 100% in this tank. You know, the confidence in this tank is low. Hence, a tactical retreat is required. You know, and the only way to do well for me, you know, for myself, was just play it so safe. You know. Just play it so safe in this tank. So I've got to get some nice decent shots into the AT-15 here, no problema. This side, and this is exactly what I'm talking about, 289 meters, and he can't see me, but I can see him. Somebody else is lighting him up. Attempt to go for a tracking shot. Watch how the shot just goes, you know, completely to the right. But we get some 2 decent shots. And that enemy force that just caused me, you know, to run away is now capping our base. I believe they're passing through. They're not going to be greedy and attempt to, you know, go for the cap. But anyhow, you know, again, you know, I'm at a safe distance. What do we see? J Panther
250 meters view range, and he doesn't trick me, but he kind of stops at the last second. Nice shot, nice pen there, and we're gonna go for another shot, and we get the kill. J Panther, GG's. I do get lit up. I believe it's by the Hellcat here in the middle. But you know, Hellcat should be an easy kill. The situation that is occurring here is a 2 versus 1, you know, so definitely something that I can handle, you know. 2 versus 1, yeah, I can do that in this tank, absolutely. Even though it's a Hellcat, and we move on to our next victim. Absolutely, T44 kind of shoving me about a bit. The game is still up in the air, 9-9. The Reds are being super aggressive. You can see that push up into the north by my teammates. It just didn't work out. They've been pushed back. And now we're coming up against an IS. The snapshot didn't work. And a T29. 50% health. Get a nice pen. His turret reverse doesn't keep up with me. I take out the IS. And we're going to go for a second merry-go-round up against the T29. Another pen, and he kind of mucks up his shot here, and he gets taken out. GG's. But the thing is, you know, with Sandstorm, you know, the less of you there are, the more focused attention there is upon yourself. You know, the more focus and attention there is on the fact that, you know, you're in a bit of a inadequate tank. And now, you know, the fact that we're on Sandstorm, and you know, the Sandstorm has all the map has all these characteristics. These traits are coming into play less so now, because you know, everybody knows where I am, you know, so it doesn't matter if we're on Sandstorm, Snowstorm, or, you know, it's sunny, etc, etc. All the focus is on myself and this medium, and they know exactly where we are, and we don't, you know, my tank doesn't last 2 seconds. There's no tricks up my sleeve that I could have, you know, pulled out against these guys, apart from the fact that we're on Sandstorm. Possibly maybe I could have sat in the bush and put up a camo net, and that was about it, you know. But that's got nothing to do with my tank. That's equipment. That's, you know. But a very decent result in this thing. And yeah, again, nothing really memorable happened in the game. I got a decent result, but it was just like the first game. I was just picking up scraps, really, more so because of the fact, you know, the view range is nerfed on this map, and you know, I took full advantage of that. And yeah, anyhow, yeah, so TVP VTU review done. Take it easy, guys. Adios, muchachos.